There are a few things that are important for you to know in order to start using CSS. Because your CSS code is written in an entirely different document than your HTML coding, you will need to link the CSS document to the HTML document. This is done with this tag, the link tag. Then you have your type equals text/CSS, your rel equals style sheet, and your href equals the name of your document, which is whatever you saved your CSS style sheet as. Now, for the purpose of this video, we're going to be using inline CSS, which will be contained between these two style tags right here. But we recommend having a separate CSS style sheet that you link like we've done above, because when you do that and you upload it, then anytime you need to change something, if you just change it on your CSS style sheet, it'll change it on every web page of your website instead of having to go through the entire code every time it occurs and changing it that way. So let's move on. As you may remember, HTML coding is all done with the use of tags. However, CSS syntax, or how it's written, is very different. CSS syntax consists of two parts, the selector and the declaration. The selector is whatever appears in the tag of the HTML element that you would like to style, such as P. So if I just put this in here and we make it live, so as you can see here, the P is your paragraph, and up here we have our P, and we're going to be styling it. So, for example, one property that you can change would be the color. If you type color, then a colon, and then your color, whichever you want, which we have blue, and then you make that end or be contained inside the curly brackets. When you make your website live or refresh the page, it'll change anything in between these paragraph tags to be blue, as you can see over here. Strawberries, blueberries, watermelon, and apples are all blue. Now, you can also change things such as the font size. So if you want the paragraph tag to have more than one, you can have your color, and then you have to make sure you have a semicolon, and then after that you can declare other things. So here we have font size in addition to our blue, which is 14 pixels in height. So that'll make this text blue and have 14 pixels for the height. Now, and you can have as many declarations as you want for each selector, and you can also group selectors to have the same styling. For example, if you want all of your headings of all sizes to be purple, you can have it appear here. Hold on, let me just type in another heading. So we're going to have, let's have bananas, for example, since we don't have that, if I can spell bananas right. Okay, so, oh, we've already got it. Okay, so we have our bananas heading right here. So if we go ahead and refresh the page, we have our bananas, and then what we're going to see is if we specify in our style sheet that we have H1, so all headings of the first variety are going to be purple, and the text decoration is going to be underlined. So as you can see, it did both of those declarations to the fruit and the bananas heading. So as you can see over here, they're both purple and underlined. Now the last thing you need to know to get started in CSS is how to insert a comment. Comments are used to leave notes throughout your code to explain to yourself or others why you did something, what something means, or how something works, but they're ignored by the browser, so they won't show up. Now comments, as you can see up here, start with the little slash and then the asterisk, and then you can type whatever your comment is and end it with the asterisk and the slash. And that is the basics of CSS.